Hey! I'm so glad that you chose to watch this video. Please watch it until the end because knowledge bombs are going to be dropped and you don't want to miss any of that valuable information. Today, we're talking about the one and only, one of the best, one of the greatest exercises on the planet, the deadlift. The reason is so great is because of its versatility and its application. Deadlift, define it simply, is a movement that involves moving or lifting a still object from the ground directly upward vertically. One condition is that your arms need to be extended. Our arms need to be extended all the way out. If we are bending at the elbow, it's not really deadlift. That's maybe a poor attempt to do biceps curl or attempt to fatigue our arms, but it's not a deadlift. Why should we care? Why should we do it? The answer is simple. Number one, because it's a total body exercise. It will address the posterior chain of your body like few other exercises. And posterior chain is extremely important due to the lifestyle that many of us live, due to the positions that we spend so much time in our daily living, right? So this will allow us to counteract some of this tension that we build in the front of our body, tightnesses, by actually extend through the back of our body, which is great. Number two, it will make you stronger if you progress appropriately given time, given the load and training regimen. So it certainly will have strength implications. And you can get some gains, strength gains. And what better could you have than strength gains? I don't know. Not many things come to my mind. So, and then lastly, I would say it can make you fit. This exercise will burn fat like a burning fat machine. Yes, it will. Now, these are just things off the top of my head. There are a lot more benefits. It will probably make your bones more dense, will have some cardiovascular benefits depending on how you do it, and so on and so forth. So the list is extensive, all right? But we can really focus on these three things. So let's proceed. We already defined it. Next thing that we need to talk about is how actually execute this amazing, great exercise. So number one, we need to ensure that we know proper starting position. And take a look at this picture right here when I'm showcasing, where I'm showcasing the proper starting position. Now take a note, a couple different things that you see in there. The alignment of the spine, the fact that we are keeping our body weight kind of in the middle. Our center of gravity, is where the weight is. We're not shifting forward or back, we're kind of staying in the middle. And that our head is actually part of the spine there. Number two, we need to be critical about this spinal alignment, this neutral spine, which actually means a straight line that will start at your pelvis, it will go through your shoulder, and it will finish at the top of your head. This neutral line needs to stay there the entire time. So as your torso moving towards the ground, as you're holding the bar or load in your hands, in your arms, your torso is not going to change that angle. It's going to remain in this strong position, all right? Super important. Number three, we need to be able to establish what we call hip hinge. Hip hinge is a shift of your pelvis simultaneously. Let me rephrase this. Hip hinge is when you shift your pelvis back simultaneously as your torso lowering towards the ground with the neutral spine, of course. This hip hinge allows us to activate our hamstring muscles, our glutes, and our low back muscles in the way that they should be activated when lifting something from the ground. This is extremely important. If you don't have a hip hinge, then you don't have a deadlift, all right? And take a look at this example pertaining how to hip hinge. So this is a demo of a deadlift with all the cues that we discussed. Take a note of a vertical movement of the load, a hip hinge movement with the consistent torso lean forward, and a neutral spine that remains in that position for the entire duration of the lift. In summary, we talked about proper starting position, we talked about proper spinal alignment, and then we talked about hip hinging. If you have 3 of these components, you're already ahead of the game on deadlifting and you can be successful. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you found it interesting, and I hope all of you get a chance to deadlift and really reap the benefits of this incredible exercise. Be well, never stop learning, my friends.